When you think of taking a day trip to a medieval town, places like Rye or Stratford-upon-Avon spring to mind. But this town just an hour from London is one of Britain's oldest market towns and often overlooked in favour of more famous destinations. Welcome to Faversham. Well, good morning and Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, first video of 2026.
First video we're filming in 2026.
Yes.
You will have already seen a couple of other ones before now. And we're starting our travels very local this year.
Very local.
Very local. We're in our hometown.
Yes.
And we have decided that for once we're going to stay in our hometown and we are going to try and treat it like tourists.
Yes.
And we're going to wander around, we're going to go in places that we don't normally go into, and we're going to see things and appreciate things that we normally just walk past.
Yeah, and you guys will see kind of where we're from.
Yeah.
This is
us.
where we live. This is us.
This is where we walk all the time.
Yeah.
It is absolutely freezing today though. We are in the middle of an Arctic blast.
Yes.
It's very frosty this morning, but the sun is shining. It's meant to be blue skies and sunshine all day. So it's the perfect excuse for us to just stay local, burn off all of that food we've eaten over the festive period and explore a little. But first, coffee.
Needed. Also, I know this sounds strange, but it feels really weird filming in our hometown. I don't know why.
It's just something we're not used to. We're always travelling here, there and everywhere, different places around the world.
I feel like everybody's staring at us, and I know they're not, but they might be. He is funny looking. But it just feels weird.
Even the signs on the buildings are telling us it is time for coffee.
It is. That is 1797. I've never noticed the age of that building before.
It's old.
Old.
So are a lot of things around this town. So we've come into Mrs. Buckett's tea room. Now, fun fact, neither of us have ever been in here before, and I've no idea why, because it is really cool in here. We're basically sitting in an antique shop, drinking a white Americano. It's definitely a vibe. It's a very old-fashioned vibe, but that's kind of befitting for a town that is one of the best preserved medieval towns in England. However, I am being stared at. There are some very creepy dolls in here, and I don't like dolls. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, don't spill the coffee. Well, drinking coffee inside of an antique shop, check. Not something I knew was on my list of things to do before I die, but here we are.
Also, that was pretty good coffee, so I think we will go back there.
What a pleasant surprise. It's exactly the sort of place that we would go into when we're travelling the rest of the country.
Yeah.
We'd look at it and go, oh, this is cool and quirky, let's go inside. Can't believe we've never been in there. And there is plenty of places in this town that we have never been into, and we're hoping we may tick a couple more off later in the day.
Fingers crossed.
But first, we're walking to show you one of the historic hidden gems in this town that, if you were just visiting, you may not even know existed.
It is hidden quite well.
Also, shout out to the street artist for this one. This used to just be a very boring, plain brick building. Now it is adorned with a kingfisher, and fun fact, I often come running down here, sometimes early in the morning, not so much this time of the year because it's pitch black and I'd probably end up in the little creek that's right there. I've actually seen kingfishers down here.
Yeah.
They are actually here.
Yeah, they are.
I'd never seen one of them living in London.
Oh,
it's
no.
chilly. It's become a wildlife walk. Didn't know we'd been joined by Skirry. Hello. Hello, mate. You staying warm?
Anyway.
Bless. Here we are.
Here we are. This is it.
This is it. It doesn't look much from this side, but if we go to the end, you'll see exactly what this used to be. And as you can see from this side, it was, back in the day, a little while ago now, oh, I was going to say a windmill. It's not a,
it's not a windmill.
It's not a windmill. It was a watermill.
They do open it up. I think it's summertime, like a couple of hours a day. And
yeah, normally on weekends and stuff,
we're still yet to do it.
We're still yet to go inside and see what's actually inside. But it's kind of cool from the outside because it's just in the middle of a modern housing estate.
Yeah.
It's just randomly here. And obviously you can see the old millstones and that. I think, I'm sure locals will correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was something to do with the old gunpowder works.
I think so. I mean, I've lived here my whole life and I still don't know. I know.
Shame on you.
Shame on me.
And what's really odd, next to the mill, I've just remembered this little stone here. Now I've walked past this so many times, and I just thought it was a mile marker, but we've just had a look and I think it says W Hall 1868. I think that's a gravestone.
I think you're right. Now we're going to have to rely on you guys in the comments. Comment down below and give us the information.
Because it seems to be in a really random location.
Yeah, it really is. So I have so many questions for this. So any information, let us know.
Okay, we just walked back along the creek a little bit and I've seen another stone there, and that says WH 1868. So now I'm thinking maybe W Hall was the constructor of something?
Maybe.
Architect?
Maybe.
Who knows? Now this is one of our favourite places to just come and wander down alongside the Faversham Creek, which contrary to popular belief is not a river. We hear it referred to as a river quite a lot. It's not, it is a tidal creek.
It is.
It's chilly down here.
Ooh.
Also though, this restaurant here, Posillipo, is an Italian restaurant right on the front of the creek. We say all the time, we'd love to come down here in the summer and eat here and try it and sit outside because they have all this outside area open. We have still never done that.
We still never have, and we will. We just don't know when.
When it's warmer. Somewhere we have eaten though is that pub over there, the Albion Taverna. Completely wooden pub, actually serves Mexican food.
And it was bloody brilliant.
It was really nice actually. We also always walk past this boat, I think it's called the Crow, and it's been for sale forever. And we always walk by.
We would go, oh, might buy that.
Yeah, might buy that.
I don't know how much it is.
Obviously we're not actually going to, but it would be kind of cool to own a boat. We could live on that.
Could you imagine? It'll be interesting.
Now it is actually cold enough at the moment that they are saying there is potential for snow showers in the next few days.
I hope not.
I'm just looking at those clouds, knowing that that's where the sea is and that's where the wind's coming from at the moment, thinking, oh, I hope it don't start to snow. Might have to dive inside a pub for shelter.
Oh, that does sound quite nice.
Now this is another place that we love to come and wander through. This is Standard Quay, and there's all these old wooden Victorian warehouse buildings down here that are now home to like independent retailers and quirky little antique stores. There's a cafe in that down here that we frequent sometimes.
Yeah.
For a coffee and a sandwich.
Hell yeah.
There's also this place, Papa Bianco, and there's Barge Burger inside as well. Now we've been saying forever, this is another of those places that we want to come and eat at some point, and we still haven't got round to it. But again, we imagine it in the summer when we can sit out here by the quayside, eating a nice wood-fired pizza, maybe a burger. Maybe we should make a follow-up video in the summer, doing all the things we never get to do in our hometown.
We should. I mean, I'm sure you guys can relate. We're them type of people that we obviously live in a lovely place, but we never enjoy it.
And this is somewhere else I've always said I want to go in as we walk past. The Vintage Furniture Barn and Aladdin's Loft. It's like a little antique shop.
But first, I've always wanted to rent one of these as well. £10 an hour.
Maybe in the summer. I know we keep saying that, but
we
maybe
did that
in
California, and it was hard work.
And warmer.
And a lot warmer.
Anyway, let's go antique furniture shopping.
This will be perfect for us. We could make a pitcher of coffee and then we could just pour it in the little cups and happy days.
Now we could lose a good amount of time poking around an antique shop and a knick-knack shop like those two that we've just been in.
There was so much cool stuff in there. Like, we're looking for like a globe.
Yeah.
One of those globes you can spin.
A nice globe.
And I've seen about 3 I want in there. And also saw a T-Rex skull head that I really wanted.
He was ready to drop money and I was like, that is £85. You are not dropping £85 on a replica T-Rex skull.
It would look really cool though.
Maybe that's why we don't normally go in these places, but
fair.
It's fun to walk around and just reminisce, because we were like, oh, my nan used to have one of those, or we used to have one of those on our mantelpiece.
Yeah, it is cool to look at.
So I'm glad we finally made it into both Aladdin's Loft and the Vintage Furniture Barn, and we probably definitely will go and have a bit of a poke around now when we come for a Sunday walk.
Yeah, definitely, because if we do find that little thing, we're like, I'm going to buy that.
Indeed. Wait, are we? Are we going to buy?
Well, I don't know, but...
Not if it's an 85 quid dinosaur head, we're not.
No, but the benefit is there was also a table in there we really liked as well.
Now that the table was nice. That was 150
It was
quid,
like
though.
a compass kind of table, I don't know.
But it's a table, it's practical, it's not just a dinosaur head. The boatyard. One of our favourite places, and it's one of those days where the wind's strong enough that it's whistling through the mast of the ship.
It is, it's kind of like eerie but not eerie at the same time.
But this is a working boatyard, so you often see like lots of really cool things around here because they get things for scrap to use as parts and stuff. Like there's just an old car just tucked away in this storage unit.
Yeah. It's like a little treasure trove.
It's cool, and you get to see them working on some of the boats and that as well. They've got like a big dry dock up there as well, so there's always something going on. Even at this time of the year, there's people doing stuff, and I don't envy them at all because it's freezing.
Oh, you hear that? Hear that?
Now we're fully aware that is the second coffee we've had so far in this video, but believe me when I say the wind has picked up. It is absolutely freezing. You've probably seen my breath. It is. There's literally still ice on the floor, even though it is now lunchtime.
Yeah.
And I've had one of those flapjacks before. He'd never had one.
No, so this time I tried it, my God, it was delicious.
But it is one of our favourite places there. It's so quirky and unique. The lady that runs it, Jo, is just so friendly and so lovely. And we've never had bad food. The coffee's decent. And the price is really reasonable as well. And we just love sitting. And every time we sit there, we see something different.
Yeah. Like there's boats going by, there's all kinds of things going on, and we love it.
Yeah, it's one of our favourite places. We've even met some of you guys down here before that have come there because you've seen it on our Instagram. So that's a healthy reminder that Josh is going to love, to make sure that you go and follow us on Instagram, because you'll get to see updates in real time outside of the videos and even when we're not travelling. Now it is pretty amazing as you walk around this town and we're actually paying attention to stuff, just how much history there is here. Like there used to be a royal abbey near where we're standing at the moment. There's a sign telling you all about it. Now there's just a tiny little wooden house on a tree stump.
Yeah.
And at Christmas they put Christmas lights over it.
Which I think are still on there, I don't know.
They are indeed, the Christmas lights are still on there. Also, this weird fungus thing.
Weird fungus thing.
Not mushroom in there.
There's the joke.
Also, we've mentioned how cold it is today. For reference, today is the 3rd of January.
Yep.
But check this out. Spring is already on the way, look at that.
I don't know if it's just teasing us or not, but they only come out in spring, and
so do we.
so do we apparently.
Until today.
Until today.
Now we may have only just had a coffee and a flapjack, but it is now gone 1 PM in the afternoon, so naturally his main thought has turned to lunch.
I'm really hoping for, and I know we probably won't get it, but I really want some sort of roast.
Well, we'll find out, because what we're going to do is go to somewhere that I've never eaten in before, and I've never even set foot in before, but keep saying I want to. So we're going to tick one of those off the list. And now something Faversham is definitely known for is pubs.
Yes, there is a lot of pubs here, and I have drunk in pretty much all of them in my youth.
Whereas I haven't set foot in a lot of them. Now, one of the reasons there's so many pubs here is because this is home to Britain's oldest brewer, Shepherd Neame. The brewery is right in the heart of town. Now, fun fact, a few years ago, we actually took a tour of Shepherd Neame Brewery. Yep. Absolutely fascinating, some of the stuff that they've got going in there. Plus you get a little taster of beer afterwards as well, so we'd highly recommend that. But we're going to go and try one of the pubs for lunch. Hopefully they can fit us in. Now, the last time you saw us, we were on our way to the Sun Inn for lunch, which I can report that we had a very nice lunch. I can see now why it was so busy in there while we was in there.
Yep.
And I can't believe we've never been in there before.
There's been many people saying that the food is really good there, and we should have done it sooner, and I'm glad we did.
Indeed, yeah. I went for their cheeseburger, which had onion chutney on it, and oh, the burger was delicious. It had like a charred taste to it.
I was a little jealous, but I wanted something like pie. I just fancied pie, and that's what I had, and that's what I had.
But for the eagle-eyed amongst you, you may be noticing that I'm now wearing glasses and I wasn't. It is a different day.
Me too.
The cold beat us. We were like, oh no, that's it. We've sat down for a while now, we've eaten. I can't face this last hour of cold. So we're back out.
We're back out. And
because we need to show you the town centre. We didn't really get to that bit.
Yep, and it's another day, so that means another coffee.
And it's still cold. Now let's show you a few of our favourite things in the town centre. First up, the Guildhall. This is kind of Faversham's centrepiece and was built in the 1500s with the approval of Henry VIII to hold markets. And fun fact, markets are still held here to this day. One of our favourite stories about this though is how the original Guildhall that was here before this actually burnt down because the local residents kind of over-celebrated the end of the Civil War and set alight to it. And we have to mention the water pump. You see these in quite a lot of historic towns across the country, but this one is just beautiful. A lot of them are kind of all rusty now, and this one is completely the opposite. Also on the subject of other places that I've still yet to go, there's the Royal Cinema, which is still independently run. And this building, one of our favourite in the town centre, has a plaque on it to say that the old pharmacy was here from 1240. And it also has this secret door below it, which still intrigues us as to where it leads. Well, now we've shown you a few things that we find interesting in the town centre. There's plenty more if you walk around Faversham. It's one of those towns where there's not necessarily a lot to do in terms of attractions as such.
No.
Although there is a free museum, which I still haven't been in, and unfortunately it's been shut the 2 days we're filming this.
I was really looking forward to showing you guys. I was like, we can go in the museum. I've not been in there since I was a kid. And unfortunately it's shut until February. I don't know if they're refurbing or something.
Maybe. But the point I was trying to make is there's a lot of fascinating, interesting historical things to see as you just wander around. Plenty that probably we haven't even noticed, but we have come full circle and we've just picked ourselves up a coffee from Hats. This was one of our go-tos here, one of our places that we frequent all the time because it's in the recreation ground here.
Yes.
It's nice in the summer to just get a coffee and sit and watch over the wreck, or if we're going for a walk like we are now, it's just normally on a route, so it's good coffee as well. Cheers to that.
Cheers.